settled into Shavasana, laying down and finding a comfortable position.
Oh boy.
Take a couple of deep breaths here, cleansing, inhale, and exhale. Just beginning to become aware of the support beneath you. Notice how you're resting here on the earth. See if you can make adjustments to find evenness in the shoulders and the hips. And as you allow the breath to just come to a natural flow, just begin to notice it wherever it is. If the pace of your breath is shallow or quick, or slow and deep, just notice. Slowly drawing your awareness inward. Become aware of the rise and fall of the heart space and the belly. And as you begin your practice today of reflection, as we continue this theme of the month, this week our focus is on reflecting on our inner strength. So beginning to tune into the resources within you to reflect on strength. What does that mean? What are the things that I can do to cultivate inner strength, to connect with my power? How can I store strength for times when I feel I'm lacking? These are all suggestions of things to think about throughout your practice today. And we'll be continuing with the same affirmations as the previous weeks. So just notice if anything shifts, as this focus shifts, and how you relate to these affirmations. It's different than the weeks before when you began this practice. Something's changed, shifted within. Take a moment to set an intention if you'd like to set an intention for your practice today. Just drawing that intention into the heart space. We'll begin by just walking the feet back, knees bent, and feet hip distance apart. Just taking some gentle windshield wiper motions with the knees back and forth, nice and slow. See if you can begin to connect your breath with your movement. Exhaling as the knees fall to one side and inhaling as you draw them back through center. Exhaling, letting them fall to the opposite side. And just flow through this movement. Notice any tension or tightness, the sense of feeling stuck in our hips,
just allow the breath to begin to maybe break up some of the stiffness, to invite you to soften in these spaces. As the knees come back through center, just pull them in towards the body, hugging them in, and maybe a gentle rock side to side, massaging the lower back, the sacrum. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. And you can place your blocks under your knees or your hips if you'd like. Also, just play around with how close you'd like your feet to be towards the body. Maybe you want them closer to the bottom of the mat. Just notice how the sensations change here and find what feels like it fits for your practice today. Hands can rest on the rib cage or at your sides. Palms facing up, signifying a surrender into this pose and into your practice as we ease into tonight's practice. Allow the breath to fill the chest and lungs and the belly, creating space. Each exhale, inviting a release. Notice where this pose is showing up for you, how it's feeling in your body, any sensations that arise. Draw the knees towards each other, setting our blocks to the side. We'll draw both knees in once more towards the body. And a little squeeze. Then we'll drop the feet back down, hip distance apart. We'll take a supported bridge. So pressing through the soles of the feet, lifting the hips. You can place a block underneath the sacrum, just under the lower back or below the lower back. Allow the sacrum to rest on the block. You can also just stay where we started with the knees bent. That's okay too. As you allow the hips to rest here, notice how the weight shifts into the shoulders. Our shoulders pressed towards the earth. Tuck the chin towards the chest, just slightly, creating some length in the back of the neck. And if this doesn't feel good to you, feel free to make any adjustments. Hands can rest on the rib cage or at your sides, palms facing up or down. And as you rest here with the weight in your shoulders, just allow the gravity and the weight to be pressed towards the earth, releasing any tension, any tightness in the shoulder area. Letting go of anything maybe you're carrying into your practice from your day, anything you're carrying around energetically that feels heavy. A sense of feeling overwhelmed. Press through the soles of the feet, lifting the hips, releasing the block to the side. Bring the legs out long, just stretching, reaching through the soles of the feet, and bring the arms overhead, lengthening the spine, lengthening the entire body. Big stretch. And then making your way onto your belly on the mat. As you bring your belly to the mat, come up onto the forearms for Sphinx pose, bringing the elbows under the shoulders or taking the forearms out to the edges of your mat, finding a little less strain on the lower back. You can also just bring your forearms crossed and rest your forehead at any time. And let go of any tightness that you're holding in the legs or in the glutes. Just allow them to rest. Draw the shoulder blades together, opening the heart space, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. You can bring your gaze between your hands or allow your head to maybe hang heavy here. Or come to a block if you'd like a little support. And begin to connect with your solar plexus, with your belly pressed against the mat. And as you breathe here, just drawing awareness to this space. This is the place of your power, your strength, your sense of empowerment. So tune into this area and just notice what's here. Allow it to release a little and to reflect back on the ways that you cultivate strength for yourself, the way you store energy in this space. In our first affirmation, I honor the light within me. I honor the light within me. exhale, lowering all the way down if you aren't there already. Just taking a couple of breaths. And then we'll move into half frog. So you may want to bring your blanket to the side of your mat to support your knee. And so from here, we'll just lift that right knee up. It can be at a 90-degree angle. You can bring the leg down if needed. The goal here is to feel that stretch on the inside of the hip. So in our psoas area, providing some release there. Perfect. And as you breathe here, just think about if there's space between your hip and the earth, allowing that space to become a little smaller gradually as you rest in this posture. Inviting tension to release from this area, finding support beneath you. Release that leg back nice and slow. Bring out long and pausing before moving to the other side. Moving your blanket over. And then finding the support beneath you and where you would like that knee to land. Notice it might be different on one side than the other. And that's okay. Find some stillness here. Just becoming aware of the breath. How it feels to have the front side of our body compressed as we breathe here. Allow the weight of your body to rest. Our next affirmation, I am grounded in stillness. I am grounded in stillness. Release the left leg, bringing it out long. And place the hands under the shoulders, pressing back. And coming into tabletop. So if you'd like to have your blanket to support your knees, you can. And tabletop with our knees stacked under our hips. Our wrists are stacked under our shoulders. Press through the hands and the tops of the feet, finding a neutral tabletop. Connect with our navel here, our solar plexus, and the movement and the breath as we begin cat-cows. Inhaling, dropping the belly, tailbone rises, heart center forward. Exhale, rounding the spine, tuck the tailbone and draw the navel in towards the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly. Gaze rises, heart center forward. Exhale, press into the hands, round through the spine, to the back side of the heart space. Gaze comes towards your navel. As you move through these, just draw awareness to the different sensations at your center, sensations in the space of the belly, and the back side of the solar plexus as well, in our spine. In the mid back, just notice how it feels to release as we round through the spine. How it feels to release as we drop the belly. And move through these at your own pace. You can take any movements that feel good here. Maybe creating more movement in the shoulders or in the hips. Take a couple more rounds, whatever feels necessary here. And we'll move into child's pose, bringing the big toes together, knees towards the edges of the mat, send the hips back, sinking towards the heels. And walk the hands out towards the front of the mat, coming to rest on a bolster or bringing the body towards the earth, resting the forehead on the mat or on a block. Coming back to our intention for our practice today. If you set one, just drawing it back into awareness.
Bring the gaze towards the fingertips. Walk the hands back slowly, all the way up. Taking a pause at the top here for just a moment. And we'll come into easy seated pose, or a seated position that feels good to you. Use your props as needed. If you'd like to place blocks under the knees, that can be helpful. And as we arrive here, drawing awareness to the base of our spine, creating length as our crown reaches skyward. Let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. Draw the shoulder blades together, opening the heart space forward. We'll find a seated twist here. Inhaling, reaching the arms skyward, lengthening. Exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee. Right hand plants next to you. Fingertips on the mat or on the floor. Connecting back with our center. If there's anything that you need to release here that's come up during your practice today, just allow this gentle twist and the exhale to release those energies that are no longer serving you. Allow your next exhale to guide you back through the center. And walk the hands out a little ways in front and allow the head to hang heavy a little here, round through the spine, bowing forward.
Walk the hands back.
We'll uncross the legs and cross them the opposite way. Settle in, grounding down through your root, through your hips, the base of your spine. And on the inhale, lengthen, drawing the fingertips skyward. Exhaling, bringing the right hand to the left knee, left fingertips to the mat. Gently opening up to the opposite side. Lengthening on the inhale, releasing on the exhale. Any remaining tension from the belly, from the solar plexus. Allow the breath to release and guide this energy into the earth. Last affirmation here. Each breath connects me with my inner truth. Each breath connects me with my inner truth. Release, allowing the exhale to bring you back through center. You can make your way to laying down in Shavasana, your final posture for this evening. As you arrive in a comfortable position, however you would like to be supported here, allow your breath to just flow at a natural rhythm. Notice you are exactly where you began your practice, resting here, connected with the earth beneath you. Notice how the shoulders and hips rest, pressed to the earth. begin to tune into the body. Just do a quick scan, noticing anything that's shifted, practicing non-judgment, and just allowing your practice to be exactly what you needed today, however it unfolded. Give yourself permission to rest here, to pause, and to receive the benefits of your practice today. Begin to deepen your breathing. Wiggle the fingers and toes, inviting awareness back into the body. Taking as much time as you need to slowly come back. Whenever you're ready, coming to a seated position. Taking a moment with hands at heart center in some way. Finding gratitude for your practice today. Finding time on the mat to just be here and be present, our bodies and with our breath. Connecting with our inner strength and our resources. Grateful for bodies that can move through this practice in any way, able to practice with, in this space.